Hello everybody, this is Tyler and welcome back to another thing. This is the first episode of the Taylor Podcast REDUX, where basically this is a redux of a thing that I used to do back in 2020 or 2019 called Taylor Podcast, where basically we would talk about something that was going on in the FNaF community that week, whether that be a new game or or a fan game event like Fan Games at Freddy's or Fan Games at Freddy's, something like that. And then Pop Goes, Arcade, and Candies, and Security Breach, etc. But yeah, this is the 2023 version, and I'm bringing the thing back. We got different guests though from before. Today we got Proxy Dream.
That's me. I'm Fortnite, man.
Have we gotten some Water Pumpkin?
Water is up, everyone.
Yes, we plan to have other guests at some other point, like Gabe, but yeah. So basically, today we got a variety of topics here. So basically, yeah, the podcast is going to be dedicated to talking about events that have been going on in the FNaF community, and we're doing this monthly. This is this month's episode, so we're going to be talking about the stuff that's happened in August. So the topics we're going to be discussing today are going to be the FNaF Plus shit show with its cancellation and FNaF and everything. And then we're going to be talking about IShowSpeed, if you know what the fuck that is.
Oh.
And then we're going to talk about the Scooby Doo FNaF crossover AI shit show as well. And then we're going to be talking about the releases of two certain FNaF fan games, Dormant Abyss Remastered and Playtime with Percy. Alright. So I guess we'll start with the main topic of the podcast, which is likely going to be on the thumbnail and title and everything. It's supposed to bring in the viewers. FNaF Plus shit show. Alright, so basically, to explain what happened, FNaF, who was known as the developer that was working on Five Nights at Freddy's Plus, who's worked on other games before, like A Shadow Over Freddy's and Porkchop's Adventure, and was gonna also make Horror Show. So basically, he made a FNaF 2, or another FNaF fan game open source, which got taken down by Scott for being basically a better FNaF 2, and then Scott was like, yo, make this FNaF Plus. Yeah, we have a deal here. Basically, FNaF point out every flaw with every FNaF game or something, and there we go. Now, to give context, FNaF's been a member of the FNaF community for a long time, and he's been somewhat of a controversial figure. He's said some things that are kind of asshole-ish in the eyes of people. He has responded negatively to Dawko on Twitter before, Final Nights 4, all that stuff. There's accusations of him being ableist too. So yeah, there was already people that didn't like Phil, and Phil is known to be a massive hater of Security Breach. When Security Breach first came out, he streamed the game and did not enjoy it at all, and was going to leave the community. I think he's stuck around though, to my knowledge. And then FNaF decided to when it was announced that Ruin was going to be a thing, FNaF at first said that he was not going to stream Ruin, but then he was pressured by his fans into playing Ruin, so he played Ruin, and surprise, surprise, he thought it was boring. And so people got mad at him for that. You guys have seen the outcry from that, remember?
When opinions happen that they don't agree with, they get cranky.
Yeah. Up to this point, I was, fully on FNaF's side. But then what happened next, of course, is what started to make this very diverse and very, interesting, to say the least, but, in the worst way possible. Because, I didn't care about the fact he didn't like Ruin. I thought Ruin was mid, too. But, people getting upset at other people's opinions in the FNaF community is nothing new. People are just idiots like that, so it's just whatever. But, of course, somebody was like, we should call FNaF Plus boring when it comes out, or something like that. And then people, of course, like FNaF's fans, took it upon themselves to send death threats and gore and all of that wacky tacky shit to the fan. Or not really the fan, or why did I say that? To the person that said FNaF Plus to call it boring when it comes out. And FNaF basically started joking around about it and being like, yeah.
He did like a rickroll.
Yeah, like he first like was
No,
like,
that was for the apology. The apology was the rickroll. What he originally said, it was like that. It was like that one thing with the emoji. It was like the eyes and the two fingers kind of tapping together, and it was like, "Can I please get death threats? I want death threats too, guys." And then that's like what really made it like spiral downwards.
Yeah, like he tweeted stuff first, and then eventually when people kept like begging him to make an actual apology or response, he made that rickroll apology, which the rickroll apology is like been a video that he's always used as a response to like criticism and stuff, which is I will admit is a funny video. The funniest part is it's not even a fucking rickroll. It just has like the rickroll music video in it. The song is different and everything. It's not never gonna be well.
And the fact that like it always has like the Freddy image, and the friggin' trumpet is the.
It goes hard, honestly. Not gonna lie.
It really does.
Yeah, that's why I always find it funny whenever people call it a rickroll, because they only call it a rickroll again because of the music video. It reuses Never Give You Up. But anyway, so obviously for justified reasons, honestly, in my opinion, people were upset at FNaF. And FNaF eventually did make an actual response, which, you know what, fair enough, honestly. But yeah, but like, of course, the most common response was it was too late, you know, and damage was already done. So then FNaF basically went, oh yeah, and then there was this person, alright? He was apparently like a I forget their pronouns. They were like a stalker.
Oh my god, the stalker.
To FNaF, using the situation to basically seek attention or some shit. Basically being like, yo, FNaF's hurt me, you guys, or made me wanna. Didn't the stalker say they almost wanted to kill themselves or something?
Yeah, yeah. And this was like an ongoing thing before this, because like I do remember that from the video that FNaF made, like the quote-unquote apology that he made for it. Like he went like in depth about how this person had like super chatted to get the attention of everybody to be like, hey, so and so's gonna kill himself if you don't answer their DMs or something like that.
Dude, that was like I remember that was what the fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically that happened, and so FNaF publicly called them out. Some people I noticed thought that FNaF was like trying to downplay his situation by bringing this up, which like, okay, but like he should at least acknowledge that the stalker stuff, you know, because like FNaF's still a human being. True. And then, as Proxy already spoiled,
I'm sorry.
FNaF made an actual like video or response to the situation where he went into detail about the situation itself, and then actually got a little bit personal and started to explain like why he does the things that he does, and like basically explains who he is, and then also talks about what happened with FNaF Plus. He's right before this. It was debated on whether or not FNaF Plus was still in development, because after the situation started breaking out, people started emailing Scott Cawthon about it, and then on the Steam page for FNaF Plus, FNaF got removed and like Click Team like replaced, but then like FNaF Plus got taken off of Steam or something like that. Meaning,
yeah, I think it got removed.
And so,
I think it was like I think the wish list thing got removed. I think.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that got taken out.
Yeah, a lot of people have equated to this to being that FNaF Plus is canceled, where some people think it might not be and they're just trying to find someone else to finish it, even though, honestly, it would not feel the same since it was FNaF's project.
Yeah, I really don't think that there's even a point in trying to bring it back if they ever decide to, because that, like, ruins the entire point of what the game is supposed to be, which is FNaF's reimagining, and having somebody else take the mantle of it, there's no point in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think Phil would be that type of person who would just give his project to someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it was, like, someone he trusted, but, like, it would be, like, a huge, like, I guess, thing over their shoulder. Like, it would be a huge responsibility because of how much people have been hyping it up.
The only thing, to my knowledge, the only thing needed left in FNaF Plus was, like, the audio, which I think that is something only FNaF would be able to do.
Yeah.
And, like, as you know, FNaF Plus was being made in Game Maker, which FNaF is the only developer in the fanverse currently, or was one of the only developers in the fanverse that knew how to use Game Maker. The only other developer that was a part of the fanverse that knew how to work with Game Maker was goddamn Jonachrome, and we know he's not coming back.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that nobody else knew how to use Game Maker.
Wait, I heard Phil was using ClickTeam for that game.
No, he was using Game Maker.
I'm not at all surprised that he was thinking about using Game Maker, because the whole point of OS was not only to be like a full remaster of FNaF 2, but I think it was also to like show that that Game Maker is not as limiting for fan games as ClickTeam is.
Plus, if I recall, I remember a long time ago, FNaF saying something about how he doesn't like ClickTeam, so I guess there's that. But
It really does suck what happened.
yeah,
Yeah.
fucking. And then obviously, again, the only thing that is confirmed is that FNaF is just not a part of the fanverse or FNaF Plus anymore. That's the only thing that's been confirmed. It's not been exactly confirmed whether or not the game itself is canceled, but like it most likely is, honestly.
Yeah, if it's not, I'm pretty sure that like Scott and the other people involved with the fanverse are smart enough to know that like if FNaF's not a part of the project, there's really no point for it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like a close friend of FNaF said that it was cancelled.
Yeah. There's that too. I saw like that screenshot going around.
It really does suck for like a single bad opinion that turns into a bad joke ruins the dude's hard project that he's been working on for like 2 years, I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was like 3 years. Was it like 2020 when, or yeah, it was like 2020.
2020 or
when the
2021.
2020.
Yeah, it was 2020. It was COVID.
Yeah. In my personal opinion, and this is my honest like opinion of the situation, while I think FNaF should have handled the like death threat and course sending better, like he should have like made his actual apology before, or address or statement before like the Rickroll shit. I don't believe FNaF Plus deserved to be like, canceled.
Yeah, me neither.
And this is coming from someone who was like excited for FNaF Plus. FNaF Plus was the game in the fanverse I was the most excited for, because like
the funny thing is that is that I wasn't even that excited for FNaF Plus. But even then, like I know what it feels like to have like a bunch of hard work that you've been doing like taken from you because of like a stupid joke.
Yeah.
I was a bit excited for FNaF Plus.
The thing is, though, is like I don't think I can even be like that mad about it, because one of the biggest misconceptions that's been going around is that Scott fired FNaF, even though FNaF stated in his video that he stepped down himself.
I am 100% sure that Phil left on his own terms, which
He did.
I'm glad he's being that responsible, even if the...
That sounds like a FNaF thing.
It does.
Yeah.
But that's...
And plus, his reasonings make it very clear that it was him that, like, stepped down.
Yeah.
Is I can actually kind of understand where he was coming from with, like, being put on, like, a pedestal when he thinks he doesn't deserve it himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like being hyped up so much. Like, having, like, everybody be like, oh, FNaF Plus is gonna be the fanverse game. And, like, imagine if it was bad, Lamau. He did have a huge responsibility.
Yeah.
And I definitely see how that pressured him.
I hope FNaF, when he comes back, he's able to, like, work on other projects and, like, have his future as a game developer, because, like, one thing I've noticed about FNaF this entire time is that he's very passionate about his game development skills, and that's what he wants to do with his life, so I hope he's still able to, like, pursue that. And yeah, and the other, like, and speaking of, like, misconceptions, the other big misconception I've been seeing in, like, comment sections of the situation and other stuff is some people think FNaF was the one who sent the death and threats and gore, even though it was his fans.
Yeah, like, even if, like, his fans mess up, like, even though they're part of his responsibility, like, it's not the whole... It's not entirely his fault, because people just need to, like, be more mature, and, like, it's stupid.
Yeah,
And
it's like...
FNaF did not even tell them to do that, also.
Yeah, and, like, the whole thing with the apology was telling people, like, okay, don't do that. If you want to send anybody the death threats or whatever, do it over to me. You know, this person didn't do anything. Because he's used the whole, hey, can I please get the death threats? He's used it before. It's the same exact message that he sent before about previous drama. I'm pretty sure he said in the video.
Yeah, it's just...
So people getting mad at it now is kind of stupid.
I feel like part of it's because, like, you know how FNaF was somewhat controversial before? I think it's just, like, his haters just finally, like, clapping back, and they're finally trying to do something. And they were able to do it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, honestly. Like, again, like I keep saying, I still think FNaF could have handled the situation better, but, like, I still think he's an alright guy, and, like, FNaF Plus still deserved to see the light of day. Like, we officially have FNaF lost media now because of the situation.
And then, of course, there's, like, the whole thing that Springs did, where it's like, Lamau, I can't wait to watch tons of videos talking about why FNaF Plus was a disaster, or something like that. And then, like, a day later, there's already, like, tens of videos about that.
Yeah, he pointed out Ambience's video, which is actually, like, a good video that actually explains what exactly happened with the situation in an unbiased manner. And then... Yeah. But back against that a whole other day because of Ambience's incident on Twitter. But whatever, that's not the focal point. But, so yeah, the whole FNaF Plus thing was kind of just a shit show.
Yeah. It's so like astonishing how quickly it fell apart. Just by saying the text, well, that was boring.
Yeah.
All this because of a goddamn opinion.
Yeah, literally, but if he
Why is anybody surprised?
If he never streamed Ruin, this would have never fucking happened.
Yeah.
Like, and FNaF for a while was saying he wouldn't stream it. He should have stuck with it.
And that's Twitter or X for you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm using Twitter. I hate calling it X.
No, X.
Musk,
what were you thinking?
Dude, I can get, like, okay, I know this is off topic, but I do not fucking understand why they call Twitter X. Why like the whole X thing even fucking happened.
It's stupid. It's like it was like if he was hyping this up as like some big change for Twitter, like it should have been something good because Twitter is such a common name that you can easily put into people's mouths. Like, you don't post something, you tweet it, you know. I'm gonna scroll through Twitter, all that. Like, it was such a popular thingy that you couldn't have messed it up. And Elon messed it up. Now everybody hates it.
They got rid of the bird, too.
They did! They got rid of Larry.
They killed Toxic Springtrap's pet bird.
They did. Rest in peace.
Yeah, toxic. Yep, toxic. Dude, literally, when the FNaF Plus shit show was happening, I didn't even go onto Twitter. I only went on the Twitter like 2 times, like on my computer. And I'm just, because as you know, I have it uninstalled on my phone. I don't use it. But
that's justified, in all honesty.
And like, dude, the one thing though, when I was looking, literally like everyone, yeah, I know FNaF should have handled it better, but like everyone was like acting like he was a pedo or a serial killer or some shit. Like, dude just made a bad decision.
Yeah. Like, he could have made it a lot better, like, handled it a lot better, but saying that, like, that stuff, like, acting like that stuff is not really that good.
Yeah, like, what the hell?
And, like, it's so crazy to think about how every single person in the fanverse has had insane drama, and one of the more mild ones is punished for it. Like, you know, Jonachrome with the pedophilia, FNaF now, as we're talking about, with the whole...
Yeah,
joking over a...
Yeah, and one night Flumpties gets to stay up, but not fucking FNaF Plus.
Yeah, Kane Carter being racist, Demille Mako being a murderer,
that's not
Nixon
true.
being... I do not know what you're talking about. That was 100% true. Well,
not talk about that.
Yeah, man, we don't talk about that. We like to believe that Kane's a good guy, but I know.
Yeah, what's with
I
like
know
almost every fanverse member with like having like an issue? Like, you pointed out like FNaF and Jono and Kane, and yeah, Nixon had like his transphobia controversy, but like he's learned from that and he's no longer transphobic. So like Nixon's one of the good guys now. And so like literally, like, do you know what I respect about ML Mako and Nixon? And I said this on my Discord. They like focus on their games. They don't focus on social media.
Yeah, like,
that's a good point.
Really did feel like Kane Carter was focusing too much on Twitter and not enough about Evergreen.
Yeah, dude, and like when Kane was talking about how Evergreen would be the last fanverse game to come out, that surprised me because I always thought like the Joy Creation Ignite collection would be because of like the scale of that game. But you know what? Honestly, Evergreen might come out last.
I would not be surprised at all if it did.
Yeah, the King said that Evergreen would take the longest to make and Joy of Creation would take the longest to port, is what I heard from him.
Yeah. Because, like, Click Team has to deal with a fucking Unreal 4 engine game.
True.
But yeah, you guys have anything else to say about the FNaF Plus stuff?
I'm glad that people are still supporting Phil. The game didn't deserve what happened to it, even if Phil did make a really big mistake.
Yeah.
But I hope we can move on from this.
I hope that one day something good happens with FNaF Plus, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
Basically, what Shy Fellow said, it is really unfortunate that FNaF Plus got cancelled. I saw a lot of people excited for that game. It's just, and I'm again so glad that some people still support Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really does deserve it in all honesty.
Anyway, we want to move on to the next topic. I show meat.
Let's go.
Oh god, here we go.
Yeah, so fucking alright, IShowSpeed, alright. Now, I knew who this guy was ever since like 2021 or somewhere.
Everybody did.
Yeah. He's a kid. He was a kid when he was growing popular. He was a teenager. He would do ridiculous things on stream. I remember one time he set up fireworks in his fucking bedroom on stream.
Oh yeah, he did do that.
It was a Pikachu noise firework.
Yeah. Which was hilarious, but it was stupid.
That's basically sums up 80% of Speed's content.
Yeah. And obviously, IShowSpeed is a semi-controversial figure. Now, he decides, it's obviously Security Breach Ruin comes out, and then he decides to stream it, which fucking Security Breach Ruin just brought out the worst of people.
It really did.
Oh yeah.
I swear, every single year, something awful happens to FNaF, especially in the summer.
Yeah.
Like, I think I get to think that after this, Scott and Joel are just gonna be in like a press conference, and we're just gonna be like, all right, so summer clearly has never worked out for anybody with AR, and especially with Ruin. Like here's the plan. We are not going to do anything for FNaF in the summer. Never in the summer again. It's a curse.
Because all the fucking FNaF children are out of school.
Oh, true.
My early and late birthday gift from FNaF.
They're on Twitter causing problems because they're not at school.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But yeah. So basically, IShowSpeed, or should I say IShowMeet, streamed a Security Breach Ruin, and he got to like the part where like near the beginning of the game with like Glamrock Chica, where it's like a jump scare, but you don't die. You know that part of the game?
Chica?
Yeah.
What happened to you? You look awful. Oh
yeah,
my god.
Part.
Oh my god.
So basically, yeah, he got to that part of the game, and he wasn't wearing underwear apparently, or something like that, or shorts. I don't know. He just wasn't. He was missing one of the two, and so he wanted to do an over-the-top reaction to the Glamrock Chica jump scare. And that's what everyone does. Everyone tries to, whenever they stream or play FNaF, they're always like, like for like views and stuff. Which, you know what? Fair enough. But IShowSpeed wanted to like hypothetically fuck Chica on the stream, so he went to the camera, pretended to hump Chica, and then accidentally flashed his pee-pee.
To thousands of children.
Yeah, yes. I was about to say.
As surprising as it is, the majority of Speed's viewers are minors.
And the fact it was FNaF too. Yeah. What a long
and apparently, like,
what a long dick too.
It was.
Oh, yeah, you saw it?
Yeah, I saw the uncensored video.
Oh, I don't want to. I'm trying to avoid that. I do not want to see his dick.
Why not, dude? Why not? What's so wrong with it? I don't see what's so wrong.
There's one thing I want to say. There's one thing that makes me feel so uncomfortable about IShowSpeed. Is that he always streams where he just wears pants and underwear sometimes. It just makes me feel so uncomfortable.
90% of the time, he's shirtless.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously, he ended the stream. He took it down. It was obviously an accident. He meant to do the over-the-top reaction to the jump scare, but he didn't mean to flash his fucking dick.
Unless.
Nah. So like he accidentally.
I smell a game theory.
He accidentally flashed his wee-wee on the screen, and then basically he took it down. And then everyone was waiting for YouTube's response to it, which it turned out YouTube did actually address the situation, but they were not gonna punish Speed for it because it was an accident, and also because he did take down the stream, which...
Don't you think it's kind of a little bit stupid?
Yeah.
But like, even though I can see why YouTube didn't take it down, it doesn't change the fact that he still like showed his. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, he obviously did by accident, so that's why I'm like very like, I don't mind the fact that nothing's gonna happen. It's like, yeah.
Fan art do you think there is of IShowSpeed X Ruin Chica now?
Too many.
Yeah, the fucking Glamrock Chica of all characters. She's not even the hot one.
Exactly, like
Roxanne.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I was actually referring to the Mimic, but yeah, Roxanne too, I guess.
I was actually referring to Cindy, but okay.
Cindy the cat.
I'm going to
Man, I'm
banging
sorry.
characters now. But yeah, so that happened. That happened. There was one part about the IShowSpeed incident that was also brought up. I forget the guy's name, but there was this one dude on TikTok who was like an adult, and he said he's seen IShowSpeed's like dick like several times, even when IShowSpeed was a minor, which is like very fucking weird.
How old was the other guy?
I forget the dude's name, but he's on TikTok, I think.
Yeah, that you made the controversial iceberg way too soon.
Yeah, I know.
You really did.
Yeah, I need to make like a sequel to that. I posted on my community tab the other day if people wanted like sequels to my controversy iceberg and my fan game iceberg, and they want sequels. And so whenever
there's always like a new controversy like every 4
Every
days.
month.
It's like all right. Which one's next? Pedophilia?
Oh.
You shouldn't have. IP
Yeah.
address leaks. What are we? The worst?
Dude, I can make like I can't wait to make. You know what? I am going to make a sequel to the FNaF controversy iceberg. That's not going to be next, but like that won't be for a little while
Aggressive
because I still
clapping.
need to wait for a few more controversies to happen to make one. But yeah, and then I could
few
make a
more
fan
is
game
understatement.
iceberg 2 right now if I wanted to, but yeah.
Bondi's on fan game 2 iceberg.
Yes, that I had that in mind.
Let's go. Oh.
But anyway, IShowSpeed. So yeah, he did by accident because of that. YouTube's not gonna do anything, which fair enough. And then also there's that weird guy that said I saw IShowSpeed's dick like several times.
I saw it multiple times. I'm better than you guys.
Yo,
I
that's
saw it
nothing proud
first.
of. But yeah, so that's fun. Again, security breach ruined. Bring out the worst of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, any guys have anything else to say about IShowSpeed?
I like dick.
Same.
I think I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, I love dick. Only adults dicks though.
Yeah.
One word? Pass.
I don't
Unbelievable.
I don't
Okay.
understand why pedophiles exist. Children are annoying.
Exactly. Somebody
I'm
please
sur-
put that on like a gravestone because it's so true.
Like, how many pedophiles are there in the FNaF community?
Too many. It's unbelievable.
Like, anytime I see a child in real life, they're always so fucking annoying and loud. Who would want to fuck it?
Exactly. Except for me, obviously, because I'm the best child ever,
Damn.
and I'm not bad
I
at
was
all.
about to say you concern me there, Proxy, almost there.
Oh, I get it.
Just the way you said that.
Very poor choice of words on my part.
Anywho, the Scooby Doo FNaF AI thing. Now, out of the
Let's
topics, this is the one I'm the least familiar with, but I do have base knowledge of it. So basically, what happened is like there was this really cool like animation of like Scooby Doo X Five Nights at Freddy's. It was called like Springtrap or something, and Springtrap was in it, or Spring Bonnie, whoever. And like the Scooby Doo gang were investigating Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Mystery Incorporated. Zoink Scoob! Zoink Scoob!
Zoink, Scoob! I'm being investigated for tax fraud. Like, I can
Whoa,
put you
Raggy.
back together, man.
My voices are terrible, but
Raggy. It's been so long.
now again the animation.
Anyways, moving on.
The video itself is great. I love it. It's like the animation's great. The writing is like great. It's good. It's good fan art. I mean, not art. What the fuck? It's good fan content. But
It's my favorite piece of fan art.
The controversial part is that some of the voices were AI generated.
No, like almost every single voice, like beside one of them, it was artificial.
But the point is, AI was used for the voice talent, which started controversy because the voice actress, the current voice actress for Daphne from Scooby Doo, went onto Twitter and started to basically
blackmail,
make a statement about it that was negative, and basically tried to blacklist the person who made the animation from getting anywhere far with voice talent and stuff.
I do remember that.
But the thing was,
AI.
like, the defense for the AI voices is basically that, first off, the person who made it didn't have any money to get like actual voice actors, and also the fact that the video was not meant to be anything serious or anything. It was just meant to be like a fun thing.
Yeah, because the dude had elaborated that like he only spent $10 on the whole project because of money issues. I think.
I also made the animation in Blender, right? That's what I saw in the description of that video.
I thought it was like actual stop motion because of how real it looked.
Yeah. Which it's very impressive. The animation is great.
I admire it a ton.
It was a very cool video, even though I'm not really a fan of Scooby Doo that much.
Yeah.
I remember like my family had like the old Scooby Doo Where Are You like on DVD, and that gave me so much card trip nostalgia. But it really does suck what happened. But it's not really like a huge controversy because the dude addressed it on Twitter that he is actually looking to make a newer version without the AI voices.
Yeah, I did.
Is the
hear about that.
Is the Scooby Doo video still on YouTube right now, or is it removed?
I think it's still up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is still up. I could check.
I'll check.
I can check before you.
I'm better.
No, it's still here.
Yep, it's still up.
I have a phone.
I'm not
Scooby-Doo,
checking
Where
it from
Are
either
You
you.
in Springtrap.
Intro's ingrained into my mind.
But yeah, so basically, that happened. I don't think there's anything else really to it. Outside
Yeah,
of
it's
what we
just
mentioned.
AI voices, dudes trying to make it up. I
Yeah.
mean, like, you have to admire it at some point.
Yeah. So, you guys got anything else to say about the Scooby Doo FNaF AI shit show?
This is probably like, with all due respect, like the least relevant quote controversy.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that the dude is like actually trying to make it right and make things up for it.
Indeed.
That is something that I have immense respect for.
Alright, so Playtime with Percy.
Playtime
really good
with
game.
Percy, I thought you said it first.
I love the art style. That game
From
has
what
been
I've seen, the
another-
art style looks incredible, like you said.
Yeah. Playtime with Percy, I played it. It's genuinely like really good and probably the best fan game of the year. It's peak, honestly.
Peak
I think
Bondi's 2, also known as Percy.
I think that game has been yet another game that inspired me to make more unique designs for my characters.
Yeah, Playtime with Percy. The art style is great. The gameplay is like really good. Like it's actually like it manages to be like intense and fun. And it's not trying to be scary or anything, but like it still works. And the boss night is like challenging, but it's fun.
Fun challenge, I dig it.
It's satisfying to win. Yeah, I did beat it. It's like post. It's like morning of like Friday. What's called or
Oh,
something.
yeah,
like
you
that.
posted that on my birthday. Well, you streamed it on my birthday.
Yeah. That's a W.
Yeah. And yet the game clearly had a lot of effort put into it. Like it's like content packed, and I do plan on making like a part 2 stream to it. Like,
Honestly, there should be more FNaF fan games on 2D style art.
Yeah, there really should be more 2D art. Like even if 3D is like the number one definitive, like 2D art can also just be like stupid charming.
Yeah.
So when are we gonna be talking about Percy the Tank Engine?
Jesus Christ.
Percy the Tank Engine, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I love how in the extras menu of like Playtime with Percy, where it goes to like the gallery, there's fucking both the Percy from like the game and then right next to Percy from Thomas. That's funny.
Percy next to his best friend.
Percy and Percy.
Legit, the first thing that comes into my mind when I hear the word Percy.
Yeah. Dude,
First thing that comes to my mind when I hear the word Percy is the Percy Jackson books.
I fucking loved Thomas as a kid, so yeah, the
Same.
Percy from Thomas is
Still
what comes
do.
to my mind first.
I actually never watched Thomas. I was more of a Blue's Clues kind of guy.
Blue's Clues.
Oh
is
my
really cool.
god, same!
I
Yeah,
miss
Blue's
Blue's
Clues
Clues
is
so
great.
much.
No, it's
I
still
miss
around.
Speed. I miss like
Yeah.
OG Speed. We are not talking about the CG remaster of Blue's
Okay.
Clues or Thomas.
Yeah.
Never.
Anyway, you guys got anything else to say about Playtime with Percy?
Hashtag Percy sweep.
Yes. Hashtag Percy Sleep.
As of right now, so far the best fan game of the year as of right now.
Agreed. Some people would say the Return of Bloody Knights, but no.
No.
Okay, I do like Bloody Knights, but it's not the best.
I like the art style, but it's kind of boring.
Yeah. I will admit I was kind of harsh on it, but I still don't like it. When I do like the top 5 best FNaF fan games of 2023 video in like January 2024, I will put Return of the Bloody Knights in the honorable mentions just so people will not be complaining in the comments, being like, "Oh my god, you forgot."
You didn't put in Return to Bloody Peak or whatever.
Yeah, whatever the fuck they call it. They probably would call it that. The Return to Bloody Peak.
They would.
Anyway,
No.
Yeah, so FNaF Plus is canceled, I guess. IShowSpeed Penis is kind of long. Scooby Doo FNaF is cool, but the AI is debatable. And Dormitivus Remastered is a good game, but created by a shitty person. And Playtime with Percy is a good game created by a good person. That's the summarize of it today.
True.
You guys got anything else to say before we end off this first episode of the Taylor Podcast Redux?
I am happy to be on the Tyler podcast, and I'm Fortnite.
Alright.
FNaF community, some of you get some help, please.
True.
Yes, please. It's embarrassing to watch unfold as a bystander.
It's funny, but it's also kind of stupid most times.
Sad.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys. It's 48 minutes long, which I was hoping for an hour, but like it's fine though. There will probably be more material at some point that will reach like an hour. It's usually the goal, at least. We at least reached half an hour, so that's perfect. But I hope
If we ever get to a band podcast, we will have a lot to say about that.
Oh my.
Oh no.
But I hope you
Especially
guys
me.
enjoyed this podcast. Obviously we're gonna do these more. We're gonna try and do these monthly. Hopefully, that's the goal at least. And so like it'll be like a recap of what happened in the FNaF community or the FNaF world or universe in the month.
FNaF World.
We could talk about
World.
Help Wanted 2 being at PAX, but we'll wait until that actually happens to talk about it.
Yeah.
But
'Cause there's been like nothing from it, I think.
yeah, like literally, Help Wanted 2 being at PAX is like the most we know about Help Wanted 2 so far, besides like, the trailer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you all enjoyed, In the description below should be my Twitter, my Discord server, Instagram, Tyler Extras, my TikTok, Tyler's World.
Tyler's World.
And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next thing that I goddamn do. Toodles.
Be sure to follow Bondi's 2-1 Game Jolt.
Yeah, later.